Check. Hello. We'll test this here. Hopefully, we got the connection. We'll swap over here. We'll do a quick refresh. No. Should I say that? Oh, yeah. There we go. All right. I'm making lots of noise. That should be coming up here. And then I will go silent. Check. Hello. We'll test this here. Hopefully, we got the connection. We'll swap over here. We'll do a quick refresh. Yeah, sound good. All right. Just doing a save here. Again, what I was just working on is fixing a lot of these hard references. There's tons of them. So if I go here, it's doing the PC, that's the player controller for the multiplayer system version 3, and I have my own player controller for this. Is just the shooter mode, and this is hard coded in his base class, which again is not good. Most people, when you're buying a product from the marketplace, a lot of people just put the base player controller here for the investigator. Like, it doesn't, on the other end, if you're applying point damage, and this point damage needs to be specific to your type of character, that's when you might do some sort of call, I guess, to specifically that proper controller. But even then, because the damage is just a number, it's just applying the point damage. On the other end, you're just getting a number. If you really need to know what, like, type of damage, and for some reason that character doesn't have it, I would still probably use an interface instead of the casting all the time. This is supposed to be a AAA product, and this character is just so heavy. I would move a lot of this stuff over to, like, bullet penetration. I'd move it to a bullet class or to the weapon class instead of just having this main character completely bogged down. I could be wrong, but I would like to look into it performance-wise later on. But I can't argue with the looks of the product. It does look like a AAA product, so yeah, I'm still going to use it and just probably edit it, right? That's the whole point. You get it. It's a good template. And we're just going to fix her up, right? For now, I just want everything to work. And once everything works, then we can start, making things smoother, better, and stuff like that. So that's what I was working on. Now, if we're going to do our tests later on, and we have errors, it won't let us do a test until we clean up the errors, of course. So I'm just going to try to quickly remove these errors. Now, normally I don't remove errors like this. I prefer to actually clean the code up while I'm removing the errors. But again, I do not want to spend that much time bogging you guys down with jargon and stuff like that, because again, I know a lot of the people who watch the stream, let me just switch over to live chat here, are not like super huge coders, but yeah, and then we could always go back later if somebody's in the Discord or in the YouTube channels like, hey, like, I need help on how you did this or how you did that, and we can always go back. So enable movement takes the controller and passes it on. This is the target. This passes it on. All right. Wow. There's a lot of them. Hopefully we could. Okay, we're gonna get is controller busy. We need to link that up there. This is loose now. We could delete it. Yeah, see certain things I would just clean up like this, so it's super easy for even more people. Is in menu. We're gonna get that. We're gonna link that up in here. And again, now that I cleared that, that's gone. We're gonna click on here. We're gonna need to get the client draw. Try and draw widget. Oh, it's from here. We're just actually swapping out the owner. Alright, that's fine. Testing if we are valid. A controller is just a regular controller. We could get that. Where are these guys going though? This is a target hit wheel. We're gonna need to get our client hit wheel. Get client hit wheel. Whoa. That's a PC. We do not want PC. Client hit. There you go. Client hit wheel. The damage dealer should be the same. We should be able to just throw that in there. And we're just gonna replace these two. So I'm gonna just do that right away before things get more confusing. I'm gonna delete this. It's just one less red line we have to deal with. And the other red line looks like this guy here. So that's client damage. So we're gonna get client damaged. Yep. And again, we're just gonna throw this guy in here for now. Now the health looks like it's coming right from here, so we slot that in. This looks like it's going just right to the branch there. We got everything connected. We get rid of that, which gets rid of that red. Bring this down. I really don't like how things are overlapping and going into each other, and yeah, I mean, there's like why I would, ooh. These are cast again in the player. Whenever, what is this? Every time we're dealing damage, it's casting to the player character, and that is this blueprint is always loaded, which can be expensive. Again, I'm not a professional. I'm just doing the basics, but anything that I googled or looked up says that told me that that is bad. It's supposed to be a AAA product, so I don't know why you'd be casting to yourself. It's just confirming that it's another player character, actually. So I think this is fine. We could cast to ourselves here because we are still using this for now, but this is not fine. We need to cast to shooter PC, and here we're gonna need the client hit marker. We're gonna need this health like this guy has. So we're gonna need to swap this here. Actually, we're gonna need to turn this into a pure cast. We're gonna need to stick that in there. This is just floating now. It's not connected to anything. That's for developer. So we could delete this. But this is still connected to something. It's still connected to the initiating controller. So we need to swap that up. This is going to cause some more errors. This is the problem with having... I'm actually surprised it didn't. PCM is here. Hit marker. Player controller. So we're going to FH, let's see what happens. Shooter I. PC shooter controller. So we're gonna recompile this. It's gonna get some errors, but clear a lot of those errors that we already fixed. And this is one of the ones here. You can see we are gonna want to do client hit marker. Okay, we're gonna move this guy up. This should look better than the last guy. Health. Health was just 0. It's still 0 here. We didn't change anything. So get rid of that. That's done. Target player ID. We'll get player ID. Get player ID, and we will slot that into there. And now we'll also get player ID again. Slot that into there. That's gone. And we'll do another compile here. There we go. Now we are getting a little bit neater. We are going to throw this into the controller now. There we go. Should be able to delete that now. And we're down to just one more get. Here we are. I think you're going to have to get my first draw spawn and just slot that into there. And I'm going to have to get my readied weapons and just slot that into there. Now these two are free, not being used. We can delete those guys. And yeah. Compile. Whoa. More. Unrepped is active. Should not be called in blueprint. See, this could stop us from being able just to compile and test our stuff later. So I want to see if it's obvious. The big red uh-oh. But I don't remember ever calling this function per se myself. Save it for now, and we'll get back to that. All right. Alright, I'm just gonna get rid of Discord here. We'll save and we'll get into stuff. Okay, yeah, that's what we gotta do. Alright guys, just to let you know, it is the first Tuesday of the month like I always do. I always suggest you guys pick up the free assets. Don't know how I feel about this month. There you go, March free assets. And if you click on it, it's going to bring you to here. So for the free assets for the month, Actor Core Studios is $80 item. It is giving you a full opera house. Now, if we go all the way to the end here, we kind of see what we're dealing with. We got some scaffolding, we got some picture frames, some pianos, open, closed, some seating, audio from speakers to audio cases, those bleacher kind of things, the like where the guys are sitting in the booths. We have some stairs and stuff like that, and then you could see them for their demo level that they had set up on how you can kind of set it up. They have this nice setup here. You can see the skies and everything, and they have this big chandelier. So yeah, more assets the better. I always say it could be something cool to set up in your game. So let's just go back here. The second one, the most expensive item of this this month is the oak trees, and it's just oak trees really. There's actually a ton of packs that you can get with forest and stuff, but this looks kind of cool. It's scanned, of course, so high quality. 120 frames per second, 100 frames even in editor. Here's all it, again, AAA photogrammetry, so it looks really realistic. It doesn't have the overview, but they do have an overview map if you do download the product. But yeah, just more forest, more environment if you don't have enough already. Interiors, this is just another $70 pack, and it's just all you see here. Just the one house with the interiors inside to make one house. I believe this is just again, you could use any of these type of materials anyway. There's over 100 objects for the house, doors, everything. But yeah, hallways, floors, banisters, walls, seat cushions. So yeah, free assets, more housing stuff, more variety for houses, always good. Code plugin. Now this is not an asset like the rest of this guy. This is an actual plugin. Now I've used this guy's Drowned checked out because it was already free. This guy was already free for 1 month, which is the Move It. And Move It, again, being a plugin, it has some of its drawbacks. Is really unique in a way for how well the animation's done, using multi-threading and stuff like that. It's done with C++. These guys are done with C++, but it's done in the background. So again, if you're using blueprints, it's fine. Like I said, the only problem I dislike with it is that it is a plugin, and so moving from engine level to engine level, you have to wait for the plugin to get updated. I'm not too sure how to update plugins myself yet. I haven't really dived into that, and since I don't know how to update plugins, other than waiting for the developer to update the plugin for the engine that you're using, you're kind of stuck at that engine version and waiting for the developer. And if the developer decides just not to continue supporting it, it kind of sucks. You know what I mean? It's a lot of money and a lot of time and a lot of effort that could be sitting while you're waiting on this plugin. I'm sure there might be a way to update the plugin yourself or get it changed forward, but then again, being in C++, that's anything that gets changed or deprecated, you'll have to fix yourself, which could be difficult if you're not a C++ programmer. The last one is art shaders, and it's just a bunch of like screen post-processing, so what the user sees on their main screen, and it's like 46 different things, from stars on front of the screen to making things look all fractured to looking Minecrafty or black and white, or so these are all just like 47, I think, different, and it's a lot. It's different processing you can fix, like chromatic and stuff. So yeah, this is like a watery kind of thing. So that's kind of cool. And again, I didn't pick up the packs yet because it is Tuesday, so I didn't get a chance. So I'm gonna minimize this. Sorry about that. Or just close it, I guess. So I'll do that now. I guess I will just show you guys. You could just scroll down, you go to the marketplace. I'll do that again. The only thing with marketplace is it does load for a bit, which is kind of poopy. It's probably because my Volt and stuff is still big, I'm guessing. I have a lot of stuff for the fact that I'm streaming, and it is getting the live feed from the internets. And so yeah, you're just going to quickly add these all to cart. And they're all free as long as you pick these up this month. After the first Tuesday of the next month, these will all be back up to full price. And $200 for a forest if you really need that nice forest, or $200 for the vaulted pack. That's could get quite expensive. And again, these guys do get money from Epic to put these on free, so it's a win-win for everybody. They're getting paid. Epic is having more developers make games, and you're getting free stuff. So yeah, definitely pick them up. Now this is just probably again because I'm doing some stuff it didn't update. I could probably go to the library and back. Again, Voltit is just the case if you don't mind picking up a C++ plugin. Again, it doesn't actually affect you as a blueprinter because all the C++ is in the background, and they do have blueprints that you can activate all of their stuff with. Super easy, super convenient. This guy's pretty good with the stuff. And when he says it's like AAA, I definitely feel it's a lot closer to AAA than some of the other products that state that they're AAA. I think it's just like one of those good go-to words that people try to use. Again, sometimes the inner marketplace has a hard time doing stuff, so it might be just easier to click on this. It shows I own it all now. But yeah, it's just Vaulted is just as you think. It just a super easy way for climbing and vaulting. If you ever need, and again, he's showing like a round world here, but you can just hook it up to your character, and even dogs. If you have like animals that you're trying to do like a stray game, no matter what kind of game, you can see it here. He does it on slides, different heights. It really makes any environment climbable and vaultable, and different animations and stuff. So like I said, super simple to use, super easy, lots of stuff, pretty good crew, multi-threaded, last I checked and everything like that. Uses IK, uses the gas system. Again, you don't need to be using the gas system to use it, but it's very lightweight, and assets not included. It's just showing people tons of examples with tons of different type of creatures and stuff. Like I said, the only downfall is that it's a plugin, and I'm not a big fan of plugins. But yeah, now that spiel is done, and again, I'll have to do it on the weekly video, we will go back to what we were doing. And I did pick up those weapon packs, a couple of weapon packs, so we should be able to get through some stuff. Like I said, when I hit run to test some stuff, though, I don't think it's going to work until I figure out that problem. So where are we? We are in Finding Home. We are in Levels. And it is our tutorial level, I believe, that we need to go to. So yeah, what it's complaining about, by the way, while this is loading, guys, it's complaining about an on-rep method being called in the blueprint. So normally when you right-click an item in your, like a variable in your blueprints, so if I call this up, and I make one of these variables, like this vest, say, you can make it, usually, I guess these are bad examples, this one will have tons of variables. Say like health or something. No, just do a regular. Yeah, here we go. Pitch, right? Replicated. You can make it replicated, And you could do replicated on like rep notify. So it replicates when it's when you put a call in for it. And that's just what it's kind of complaining about. It's like, hey, somewhere in my own blueprint I'm calling replicate, and it doesn't like that. You shouldn't be calling a replicate in itself. And that's also why when we are looking at, was it actually mapping? I don't think I got to actually mapping yet. Did I? No, because this is definitely not done properly here. Oh, it was just looking at one of the other random ones here. Like, anywhere where he's calling himself. Yeah, something like this where he's calling himself, and then he could be calling the notifying. Meanwhile, he's already in himself, so I don't know where he could be calling that active state. I was hoping to kind of like point out at me. Usually it's just red. Anyway, maybe we'll try to just hit the play button. Master weapon class. Another spot where he has this hard-coded thing. Use interrupt to reload. This is not being used anymore. We'll delete that. Where's this one? It's actually the same thing. So this is not being used anymore, so we'll delete this. Good, compile now. This guy's good to go. No problems there. It's just this BP master. Like I said, I was hoping that we'd be able to just I think we got on something here. There we go. On rep is active, is a method. And we'll compile here. Yeah. So sometimes one error in one blueprint will lead to another. So it was calling on rep from the weapon class, but the weapon class was actually erroring, which caused the problem with the master blueprint. So that's why, again, sometimes it's just good to get in there, hit the play button, and it might give you something else. So that's good. Now we're going to be able to run things, get things tested. Do want to start off maybe with a melee weapon, just so we have some change. But I do believe last we spoke, I don't know, I think we were looking at things at the end of stream. I did end up getting that crossbow, I believe, and bow. So now I don't know what kind of animations the bow has, because I believe there has to be some sort of animation with it, right? Because it's not just going to bend and pull the string back via, like, the player character or anything like that. So I think the bow has a little bit more into it than the rest of the weapons. So it'll be interesting to look at. Crossbows as well. But, yeah. let's see what we got here. So, should be able to hit play now. Good. The errors should be smaller because I actually deleted some trees. Oh, there's no errors. Boom. No errors. Just gotta get rid of that other girl spawning too. Alright, so yeah, we need to do the grid lane launcher. Maybe we'll just start down the line, right? So we'll get the grenade launcher. We'll do then the light crossbow, heavy crossbow, and the bow. After we get at least one melee weapon in here. So, and then we'll start hacking at these guys. Yeah. So, outliner, props, medium range table, table 2. I feel like we're gonna need a lot of tables at some point. Yeah, let's just do this other side here. And we'll get like that. And we'll grab these guys and we want them to be like that. Alright. So if we go to content. Trap systems, survival music, suburbs, brief kit, medieval weapons. So we got the bow here and we got the crossbow here, right? So this is the light crossbow. Maybe we'll make it, and we got our bow here. But for now, we want to do something like, I guess our basic sword would be first, right? So sword 1, I guess we will make sword 1. So to make sword 1, we're gonna continue. Actually, we're gonna delete these guys because we already did some of these guys. Just so we know as we go along. What items we have done and stuff. Fishing rod. We have a fishing rod and worms. These guys we're going to save for the armory, so we're not going to touch that yet. And so for weapons, ooh, the first weapon is a leg. Sigh. I do not have a leg, I don't think. Do I have a zombie leg? That would be pretty cool. Let's actually just look. This is probably gonna be called leg. So let's just try leg. See what happens. We got leggings. Ooh, we actually have some legs. Insane zombie pack. Body parts. Zombie 1. Zombie 3. Zombie 2. Good. So yeah, we will. I guess we'll start, from the left and work our way down, right? We want to try to get these things. So I guess we'll start with the leg. We'll bring that leg over. Now, I might. If things are simple enough and everything's going well, might do until I can get it to an actual weapon, just instead of having limb parts. All right, let's. Should I grab the static mesh here? The item and the static mesh are the same or different? Static mesh here maybe, and I will. Yeah, so if we do 0, 0, 0, we're going to bring this down 90. There we go. And then we're going to do direction. I almost think we should do a double wide table for these kind of weapons, especially these big melee weapons. We're going to need to double it up here. There we go. I think the tables are looking good on the floor. There we go. And that way we could also have it rotate on the Z-axis here 90 as well. That's right. We are having a foot. Right at the end of the table, first melee weapon we could pick up. Again, I do not want them just floating, defying physics. We do kind of want to go for a little more realistic tone. Not like a super realistic tone, but just a little bit more, you know what I mean? Okay, and that's kind of how the item's going to look. We can go on and move this to environment objects, weapons. So it shouldn't be a ton of weapons, I don't think. So it's just pretty much in the range for interactable weapons. Like they're going to be more like meshes and props, but for environmental objects, interaction weapons, I'm going to call this just straight up leg M range. Alright. He actually calls this bone weapon 1. Alright, but what we're going to need, again what we do usual, is we're going to need our finding home, or 2 blueprints, right? So finding home, or 2 type tables, sorry. It should be data tables, I believe. And it's going to be our survival game. We need items and then usable items. Maybe. We might just need items. No. Usable items has sword here as well. So, because it's going to be using a socket and everything, it's going to be placed in a hand. So, weapon club. Nope. Uncooked fish, farming, weapon arrow, weapon bow, weapon grenade launcher, weapon rifle, poleaxe, hammer, weapon spear, shovel, equipment parts, bone weapon 1, bone weapon 2. And again, I believe I can actually change these names quite easily. You know what I mean? I think these names don't really have a major effect, because it'll just be on-hand weapon and stuff like that. So we do want to keep weapon. And leg. Detached leg. Call it a detached leg. There we go. And so in here you're gonna do detached leg. And again, we're doing leg. Oh, we don't have a picture yet. Right. So we're gonna be doing the same kind of thing with our. So here we're gonna do leg. And we're gonna just do Zombo one leg. I wonder why there's a different naming convention. Why he opted out of putting static mesh here. Again, I'm not a big fan because I know I could hover over it. It says static mesh for redundancy. But it's pretty weird. Full. And one has a full leg and the other one's just a leg. Leg. All the sounds can be fine. It's gonna be the same. Handles are 0. Costs are gonna be the same. Usability class. It's gonna be a weapon. It's gonna be repairable. Is it repairable? We might take that out. Might not have it repairable. Max stacks is 1. It's gonna be part of an item. Whoa. Actually, is it a part of items? BP item? I think it's just item. Let's go to. It's been a while, a hot minute, as one would say. So let's click on our pistol. Is BP item? Oh, it is of class. Item class. It's still item class. It's gonna be just we're gonna be using a different table, but the item class is still just an item. We're not really changing the item class up at all. Detached leg. So we need to do a picture. We need to bring that picture in somewhere. So go to this leg item. Look at that face. Don't know how this is gonna affect my stream. I don't really see anything. Just body parts. So we got this leg here. Oh yeah. I think it's fine. It will do for now. So we're gonna need to do a screenshot as we usually do with this leg. We're gonna need to open GIMP up. And again, like I said, later on we'll be using the tool to make them really nice. For now, this will work. A new updated version. I knew it. Whoa. 2.10? I think I'm rocking a lot like 2.6 or something like that. I think I'm way behind. Alright, new, sure. Got this leg. So we didn't just have a long picture. We're supposed to try to take it on like an angle, shouldn't we? But it is a leg, so it's gonna be hard to get a 45-degree angle. It's not like a weapon that's kind of like laying down on the ground. Kind of any angle we go to turn to. I guess that's how we. No, it still just looks like it's. Is that kind of? No, it's still just straight up on my screen. We're gonna have a long leg here. Alright, so we got this. We're gonna take our lasso tool. Oh wait, we're gonna have to anchor this down. We're gonna take our lasso tool and we're just gonna nope. We're gonna box out and go back to our lasso tool. Forgot, can't hold. I'm not skilled enough for the hold. I just gotta tap. Just tapping with left click for people who want to know what kind of the controls are. I'm just left click tapping, because if you hold down the button you could draw it, but my drawing skills are atrocious. They're not actually that bad. I'm just saying I have shaky hands. So, and normally when you're drawing, you draw with a pencil, so I could kind of erase and change. But this, if you kind of mess up the line, as you've seen there, I had to take out the square tool and kind of just undo the whole thing. There's no easy way. I don't know of just backing out of what you've done. I'm sure it's completely possible to just, oh, I messed it up. Let's take this back. I just don't use Blender enough to know anymore. I mean, GIMP enough to know anymore. I actually use Blender a little bit more than I use GIMP. But a lot of these things are like riding a bike, so if I didn't need to know and learn, I'm sure I could pick this up again. Ooh, there's a double click there. I'm actually gonna chop off these pointy ends. There we go. We Control C. Looks like it's about 300 maybe. We'll do with 300 with 600. So new width 300, height 600. You're gonna want this to be transparent background. Okay, paste leg. Ooh, we got some space actually. We're gonna bring it all up in here, just so we can get a better representation. So it's about, we could do 150 easily, and actually, ooh, I don't know, because 550 would be like here, right? No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. Yeah, I would like slide in 550 actually. So file, new. That was 150, and we'll try to go with 550. We just need to do transparent again. There should be a way to set default, so I don't have to do this transparent every time too. I think that's on one of my settings or something. Ooh, cutting off the little bit of the toe there, or the top. So 600 was the way to go. Do I need the full leg though? I think this gets the point across. We get the toe in there, and a nice dirty toe. I think cutting that off is fine. There we go. This could be the foot for now. And we will file, save as. We're gonna go to my game documents. Oh no, desktop, my game version 1. This is where we have all our things, and we're just gonna call this zombie leg. More descriptive here because this is in the game, and we might have different leg pieces later on. So yeah, zombie leg, and we will save that, and we're also gonna file export it off as zombie leg to the same folder, and that's it. Boom, export. Good to go. Now in Unreal, we are going to want to go to our finding home. Textures, icons, weapons. Right, we don't have any melee weapons. We're gonna have a melee folder. This might not be as many melee weapons as stuff. Maybe? Nah. We're gonna have a limbs folder. There we go. And then we'll have swords and so far and stuff like that. Yeah. We'll just import this here. Looking for Z, so very bottom, zombie leg. Open. There we got our zombie leg. That definitely did blow up funny in this. Okay, so we will close this zombie leg. We'll go up here and we'll do zombie leg. There we go. Here we got our picture. A lot of the stuff is still going to be the same. I don't think I'm going to change anything. Everything's the same. Should be fine. We're just going to save our data table with the changes. And because we renamed it from bone weapon to detached leg, we're going to have to actually search it in the item list like we did before because it's not going to just auto pick the same thing. We are going to check out the usable items though. Make sure everything's good there. So, see, this is BP usable items. I do not think that's going to be the same case for us. Bone weapon. We're going to be just like if we go to a pistol or something. Pistol, rifle. We're using usable weapon. Show what it is. Okay, rifle. Okay, so that's the same. So we want to change this to F2. Drills 1. He planned to have a lot of bone weapons. Detached leg. Stance is still going to be sword. Like he has it. Base usable item. Leg. We're going to get this leg here. But the socket, right. We're going to have to open up our character. Viewport. Not this guy. Not that guy. We don't want that guy. We want our shooter character. Yeah, we just have... Oh, it is that guy. We still want this skeletal mesh. So, if we go to... Character... We're gonna search him. We're gonna close that now. We'll open up him. And we'll just switch that there so we're not looking at the naked people again. Finding home. Sure. Yeah, so again, we have this as our main skeleton for the character that we're using, because character creator uses this guy. At some point, I want to go in and just like try to swap this guy's skeleton out for an Unreal skeleton. Like this dummy skeleton is the bane of me sometimes. So again, I don't know how heavy sockets are, but I think in the long term, having specific sockets for and I might have like yeah, there is already a left-hand socket. That's good. So I have to find out where he's using this left-hand socket, because that could adjust a lot of the hands and stuff like that. But what we see here, we want to add a socket. Yeah, it's gonna be easier when we have a ton of different weapons, and a lot of the weapons are similar. Sword, just like he did. SMG. This is part of the sword class. And for now, we do want to add a preview mesh. Leg. Oh, do leg 1. Now, if this leg affects all the different swords, because all the different swords are not the same as the leg, then we will use specific animation. Then we will make our own thing for the leg, right? Plus the handle of the leg is going to be bigger too, so we might have to have our own thing for the leg and the arm. So combat sword is what we're looking for. So it's going to be S. Is it offhand? No, we'll try sword. Two hand. SP. I'm pretty sure it's this here. So we need to move this guy in. So again, because this point is actually here, where with the sword's points might be at the other end. There we go. I think that's fine. There we go. Say the skeleton now. So, no, we'll do it. We'll change it. So we'll rename socket to leg for now. We'll save that guy. And leg. Normally I like to just copy this and paste it there, but three letters, it's kind of hard to mess up. The stance is still sword, item, everything should be good. And again, this is, you could move things slightly depending. So again, that's why I do want to get to swords, but again, it makes more sense to get through all the items here one by one. And if I do make it sword, that's what I might do. I might just use this. I might actually use the sword slot, and then just adjust it. Adjust this here. That's what I'll do actually. What am I thinking? So F2, sword, and this is 5 letters. I'm actually gonna copy, and I'm gonna paste, so that way we can't screw it up. Want the actual bone in the actual spot. So sword, there's the leg, nothing changed. And when we need to, we'll adjust the sword socket properly on the character, and then we'll adjust the leg specifically for the relative transformation. Alright, so now we need to go to our items instead of DT items. This is going to take a sec to load up. Items. There we go. And then again, it goes to none because it doesn't have the same thing. Detach. It's only going to be one detached leg. There we go. Actually, so we'll try 0, 0 again. Alright, I see my graphics go all wonky before. Yeah. It's just the reason why that's happening with the graphics, just my computer having a hard time. I have to like go back and try to set the settings and force the settings to be like epic or something. It's like when you're in a game and you have a shitty computer. Pretty much my graphics card's failing me. I was wondering what that was, and I was looking into things, and well, I don't think it's my graphics card failing me, it's just like my game in general is failing me. Like my computer is kind of like, can't handle the Unreal Engine and everything that I'm running, GIMP and stuff. So it's getting a little upset with me. 1 second. Just see if that's somebody important in the chat or something. There we go. And we will hit play and test this bad boy. See, texture streaming pool over budget. So all my graphics are going to look like poop right now. Oh look, it even took away my character. That's why that's happening, it's just because it can't render all the... Oh no, I don't want weapons. I don't want the guns. I want to test out my leg. My leg. Pick up leg. There we go. There we go. Oh. What is up with my leg? That's not how we set up the... sword socket. sword socket. We copy and paste the sword socket. Sword socket is here, right? And this is the leg example. So that's what that's the background's not supposed to be black. It's just my computer having a hard time. So if it's actually using the sword socket, it should. Why is it? It's using the sword socket. Control C. Usable items. Sword. That's it. Somewhere it's not using this usable table. Probably in the handles or something. Equipment, decay. As it's not using my usable table, it's just like this. It's just gonna default to, right? It's just gonna default to socket R. I think that's what it's doing. Darn, it's been a hot minute since we touched this last. Is it actually on the item itself? No, just detach leg item. There should be some place where we're setting this usable item. Let's see if we can see the pistol. Weapon, rifle, sorry. Usable item, trace. Handles, usable. Usable item, data table. Weapon, rifle. So if we go to detach leg, this is an example of what you can do. We're going to delete this. And we're going to go to handles, usable. I actually might take that from the rifle, just to make sure. Control C. Don't want to misspell somehow, or yep. And then we're gonna drop this down. We do usable. Up. So do it again. Usable. We're gonna go with our usable item data table. And we're going to do leg, detached leg. There we go. We're going to save that now. Now, in the usable handles, we are attaching our detached leg. In this way, we could, even if we do get the sword done tonight, and we need to adjust the leg, we can adjust the legs in the usable table the way we want it to be. Where if we're just doing the usable handle, it's just going to be using the default, right? Just going to do the default. All right, so we're going to hit play again and just test it to make sure it works. You're over budget. I know I'm over budget. I'll get it all sorted out one day. There we go. We got our leg. There we go. Doing damage and everything. Whoop. We got our leg, boys. Alright. And now we do pretty much the same thing with the arm. Shovel. We'll get our first sword hopefully over there. So really kind of hoping to. Oh, just gonna see. Screw it. We're just gonna start grabbing a bunch of stuff here. Gonna grab. Different things we want to replace. We'll take the tools. One-handed shovel. And there's a couple of like big shovels, I guess. What happened to my leg? Hey. Environments. There's my leg. Somehow deleted my leg. There you go. Oh, I see. What I did was I had everything clicked on and I moved my leg so it was like way off the screen. So all I'm going to do is hit control, click, and that way just my leg is unselected and the rest of them are selected, and I'm going to bring them all in again. But I'm also going to rotate them so they are a little. I'm going to rotate them 90 degrees so they're a little bit more better lined up for me. Maybe I'll stick them like that. So I can still come to the door. All right. Next one is the arm. Wow. That first leg took a bit longer than I expected. I think it's just because I haven't done things in a while. So F2. Detached arm. Detached arm. And I think I just did with leg, so I'm just going to do arm. Somebody's arm. We're going to have to take a picture of the arm. We're going to delete this. We're going to, since we deleted that, before we forget, we're going to go down to the usable table, handles table, sorry, we're going to add usable and usable items. We will come back to that because we're going to need that set up. We're going to type arm, zombie arm 1. There we go. We're going to need a picture, so we're going to have to go find zombie arm 1. Oh, there's the zombie arm 1. And we will snag a picture like that. We're going to come in here. And we're going to hammer that down. We're gonna lasso. Here we go. Get this zombie arm all cut out. I guess I also did a pretty big while on the assets of the month. Again, I do want to go over them a little bit so people have a little understanding of, you know, what the assets are and stuff, because you might not even have Unreal, but going over the asset, they're like, oh, maybe I might download and get Unreal just to do this thing here. This project I now have an idea for. So again, I could probably just do 50 here. We'll try to shoot for 300 here. So file, new, width only 50. Oh, whoa. File, new, I hate that. Keep thinking it's gonna go down to 300, and we're gonna go to advanced, transparent. Okay. There we go. Or limb, just like that. Perfect. We're going to file, save as zombie leg. Change that to arm. Save. We're gonna file, export as zombie arm PNG. Export the atoms thing should pop up. There we go. Then we're gonna go to our, just so we don't see the naked character again, textures, icons, weapons, limbs, and we are going to add the zombie arm. Open. Boom. Look how weird and distorted that looks. Oh, I can't wait till I get the thumbnailer tool. Arm. Zombie arm. Boom. Now this is all good to go. We're gonna need to go to usable. We're gonna type F2 and do F2. Sure. F2 arm. Sword, just like this here, but zombie. Oh, Actually, it's just, yeah, we're just going to do arm. Because it is this here. And we won't adjust fully now. But now that that is done and we can save this, we can go back here and we could do arm. And there should only be a couple of those. So now we have the detached arm. We'll save that. Excuse me, just need a drink there. I think a little bit of saving time has also gotten us, or gotten me, sorry. Alright. So, we're going to go up here. Remember, it's going to go to 0 because we do not have the same naming conventions. Arm. Detach arm. So we are going to click on the static mesh. I'm going to zero everything out first. And then we are going to rotate it so it's up. Yes, 90. And then we're going to bring it down. Maybe rotate it this way. Rotate it this way. We're not going to snap right now. Just kind of don't want it so all the fingers and stuff are going through the table. That's fine. And we'll go back to 10. Normally I fiddle with these numbers here to make sure they look a little bit more even, but that's fine for now. You can click on this here, and I guess we could run a quick test. It shouldn't line up. It won't line up because the leg is going to be bigger than the arm. It will kind of be similar-ish. So we are going to pick up the arm, we're going to equip the arm, and yeah, see the leg is bigger than the arm, so it's not in the right spot. But there we go. We have our zombie arm and it's doing damage. Let's try to keep on keeping on. Get the shovel here. So we can close this guy here. Tool. He already has a tool socket. We actually should click on this. This is broken shovel. Oh, this isn't. Oh, it's still a weapon. It is broken shovel, weapon, and the DT items. Broken shovel, 35. Broken shovel. No, I was just using right hand. So we'll just use sword again. And again, we'll actually adjust this guy when we get the next one done. But we're going to start with items here. So it might be 35. Broken. 97 actually. Alright. Broken shovel. Items, yes. Broken shovel. Sure. Not suitable for digging. Can be used as a simple weapon. Is of item class. Again, we're going to delete this because we are going to have a handles. It's going to be usable. Because we'll be adjusting it so it looks right. Usable. For now, the weapons, it should be broken shovel. For here, we're gonna go shovel. So this is easy survival, easy survival. This is the military assets. We have an open and closed shovel. So it's like a foldable shovel. This is the melee pack shovel. Abandoned shovel. Shovel 2. So we will look at these shovels. And darn. So shovel. So that's the abandoned shovels done. Melee pack shovel. We're gonna need this, so we're gonna search that. We're going to look at shovel. Melee pack shovel. Abandoned shovel. Easy survival. Abandoned shovel 2. Easy survival. So this is open. This is closed. This is the shovel. This is shovel. Broken shovel. Darn. Because he actually has actual shovels and they're tools. And they probably have a bunch of different stuff for them. Like I said, we're not going to get to the shovels today. Those ones, I don't think. It's already 10:26. So what I'm going to have to do is I think I'm going to go with this one here. I'm going to search for it. I found it. I'm going to bring it in. I am going to go into, so we have fracturing and brush tools. We're going to go to modeling. We're going to go to polycut. Okay. We're going to do something like that. Okay, Control Z. Oh no. There we go. So we're going to duplicate the shovel. We use my name convention. Just broken shovel. We're dragging this shovel. Because this actually affects the mesh. They used to, when I first think they brought out that tool, they used to have it so it just automatically duplicated the mesh. And I guess maybe to save time or something, they changed it. But yeah, now we have this broken shovel. So right there. We're special. So we will get to the other shovels and we'll use the other shovels then. But for now, we will just use the actual broken shovel as the melee broken shovel it is. And so that's something that you guys could do. I think that's a kind of cool learning thing for some people, I guess. If they didn't know, then we'll do broken shovel. But we are going to need to actually take a picture of this broken shovel. We are going to need to open it up. How big do I want this picture to be? Again, we're going to keep it at a nice 45. I think that's a decent size. Let's just take out the grid. Why not? There we go. And we will print screen that. Put our grid back so we don't forget. For sizing, so we know the shovel is actually, this is a meter, so it's half a meter. 10, 20, 30, 40, 55 centimeters long. Alright, here's me. We are going to go back to this guy, I guess. Paste. There it is. There we go. We are going to get our tool, flatten this down here. Start here, I guess. Guess we will try to avoid some of that shadow, but I also just want to do it one clean kind of. There we go. We'll Control C. Probably looking at 25 plus 2 minus 2. Maybe 250 by 350 and 150. So almost 100. New. 200, I guess. So width 250 by 200, and we'll try to make that guy transparent. Okay. Perfect. Talk about eyeballing this time around. Alright, file, save as, broken shovel. File, export as broken shovel. Here's the, I call it the atom thing because it has an atom 7 there. But here we go. Now we have that exported. Should be able to go in here now. And we should be able to go back to our finding home, textures, icons, weapons. I guess we're going to have one for shovels, because they have a bunch of shovels. We already know that. We got at least an army shovel, 2 other shovels, 3 other shovels, 2 shovels from that other pack, and yeah. So, well, let me see here. We, yeah, that's what we're doing. We're getting a shovel. So S, T, S, shuffle for S. S, O. What? Oh, broken shovel. It's actually in the B section. Darn it. Got him. It got me. There we go, broken shovel. We're going to look at our items now. We're going to do broken shovel. Boom. Broken shovel. All this stuff is good to go. Go here. We're doing broken shovel. There we go. It is using the sword, and again, we're gonna actually get the base sword class if we can today. If not tomorrow, this base sword class. This is gonna be our base sword, and then all the rest of these items are gonna be adjusted off of this sword. This sword is gonna be a 000 because it's the main kind of sword, and a lot of the other swords will be kind of like this sword. Not actually this sword, our realistic sword. But yeah, so we can actually get rid of this base shovel now. We go to this guy here. We go to items. Now this might actually just populate our shovel right off the hop. 70-degree angle. At 000, this is it. So we'll do 90? Do minus 90? Could technically be grabbing it by the shovel handle here. Just like that. When I move, you move. Just like that. When I move, you move. Just like that. Oh yeah, hey DJ, bring that back. Alright. We'll just test her. Let's test her out. Let's just test her. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. We want to hit something with a shovel. Oh, I always do that. The far room, the far room. Oh, that's really doesn't like my thing here. Woo! Yeah, we'll have to fix that shovel. But it's still working. Everything's equipped in. We got our pictures. We have our images. The shovel is working-ish. It's going to need some good adjustments because it's you can see that its point is on a completely different spot than the rest of the guys. Alright. This is called a club. Let's see what we have actually for club. We have a golf club, but I actually wanted to use that almost like a Baradosh. Easy survival. Easy survival. Alright. Stick. Log. Plank. Oh. Should probably check that. Easy survival, easy survival, easy survival. Easy survival, what's that? That's another ground plank, I guess, just not loading the picture. Easy survival. Military, there's a couple of planks here. Easy survival. Military, that's OBS, that's plywood. That won't work. So we'll test these guys out to see if the plank is actually good. I think it's too square and blocky to be used as a weapon. Again, I think they'll be awkward to use as a weapon. I might actually use... Well, it's 20 minutes to. We'll just maybe avoid the club for now, and we'll get into our sword. So do sword. Ritual. Whoa. Flesh sword. That sounds pretty cool. Okey-doke. So Low poly meshes. Oh, this is actually a katana. Like, again, my graphics are just messing up. But I think this is more katana, so I believe that's going to be a two-handed weapon. That's not a regular sword. Then we have sword 1 and sword 2. We're going to need the grids for these guys. I wish they would have laid them down. Oof, that definitely looks like a great sword there. Looks like it's 3 meters high. This still looks like a big sword. We're going to have to check here. Do we not have any, like... Well, this should be alright, maybe. Okay. So yeah, we'll try this sword. It's not that bad. Get him in there. Slightly longer than his swords, but I don't think it's as bad as the sword number 2. I think that will stick with the great swords. Yeah, look at that. That guy's a monster. Okay. Okay. That's what we'll do. We'll go for this guy next. Quickly here. We'll do sword. And then everything will be based off that sword. We'll adjust the handle. So, sword 1. Weapon, sword. Sword. This is it here. Weapon, sword. Just, we'll call this one sword. It will be the sword. Again, I don't think we have a texture. We will be fine with this, because no, we still want to be usable. So we'll delete this. Do handles. Usable. And we will items or usable items. Usable items. All right. Sword. Weapon. Sword. There we go. There we go. Get the sword. Get the mesh sword. It was just 01 of medieval. There we go. We're going to do usable. We'll go down to sword, or up to sword maybe. Hit sword, number 8. Sword. 01 medieval. Sword. The 000. Save that guy. And then for the sword, we're gonna remove selected, I guess. Or remove attached all. We're gonna add a preview, and we're gonna go to sword. And it is, what is this sword? Oh yeah, that's a katana. This sword here, and see, it is right out of there. So we're gonna bring this sword, we're gonna pause this animation. Stops wiggling all over the place. We're gonna rotate this sword. We're gonna want to bring this side over. I should be able to do the male. Don't think that really. Like, I try to do that here just in case. Yeah, sword socket. That way I have slightly better vision of how I want this sword to look. There we go. And that's how the actual sword socket's going to be. And then we'll have to adjust the rest of the items accordingly, actually. So we'll have to pick them up, try them out, and adjust them. We need to do, we still need that sword picture though. I doubt they have textures. No. I doubt they have any actual pictures of the sword. So we're gonna have to get a picture of the sword. There we go. Go back to this guy. Bring that sword in. So width, we'll do 125 maybe. Height 400. File, new. We'll actually we'll anchor and lasso it as well. Sorry. Right click here. Right go down. Go over. Over. See, I don't know how to undo. Maybe right click. No. Control click. No. Shift click. No. We'll just box now. Yeah, there's got to be a way to fix that. I don't know how. So if I mess up, because it's just such a short time I'm working on this stuff, I just start from scratch. Like I said, we'll be using the thumbnailer later to get a nice, better kind of thumbnail. All this stuff. Go. And like I said, if you guys don't have a thumbnailer or survival game kit, they do have on the marketplace a free light version of a thumbnailer. It's not bad. That's all you really need. There we go. Control C. File, new. I think we said 125 by like 400. But we're going to need to make it transparent. Okie doke. Could have been thinner. It's fine. It's good enough for me. File. Save as. Sword. File. Export as. Sword. And we are going to go back here. And go to content. Finding home. Textures. Inventory icons, weapons. We are adding the S to each one of them. Swords. And we are going to grab that sword image. This time it will be an S. And I don't like the way that looks. It is what it is, though. Sword. There we go. All that stuff set up. And we go over here. All that stuff set up, I think. So we'll save it. Put it in game and test her out. Alright, let's, so we got this sword here. We're gonna move it not fully close to the shovel because we're probably going to items. There we go. Still want to get the stick or club in there at some point. And so we will zero this guy out. And we'll click the static mesh of him, and we will rotate the static mesh downwards. Oh, I will have to put this, the first guy I'm going to have to put at some sort of 45-degree angle because he is just too damn big. We will get him off the table a little bit. So I think there's going to be room for that stick or club right there. We got our sword. We'll hit play. And we'll test how this bad boy looks. Oh, did it again. The other one. Sword. Oh yeah. But now if we get this leg here, pick up this leg, inventory, pick up this leg, when we get 2, the leg is all messed up. So we are going to have to fix that. So we're going to go to usable items, we're going to go to our detached leg, and the first thing is we're going to move it up in the Z. Let's try 150. Save, see what happens. And that's like 150. I don't think that's much. I think that's 150 centimeters. We're talking something that's a meter. Oh, I want the leg. Oh. So that was almost double the distance. So we're gonna just half that. We're gonna go to 75. Hit play. And sadly, I'm not too sure of a good way to do this other than just testing it in game and slowly adjusting it. It's a little low. We want to go maybe 100, and I think we're going to want to pull it up a bit. So we'll have to figure out what that is. So we'll try 100, and we'll see what happens when we do this like 30. This is the right. It should really be X. So maybe I'll just do X 30. save and try. I think 30 is a little too much. But at least it'll definitely show us if it's shifted to the right or the left, or if it's just in or out. So you want to move it towards the character a little bit. So I'll get this leg here, equip it. So it must be the Z, the thing. Whoa. Must be, that was the tilde button that I had hit. So I'm probably recording now, so I'm gonna hit that again. My bad. Alright, so we are going to 0 that, and we're gonna try to do 15 in the y-axis. I didn't want to go too low because then we won't notice if it's actually just shifting to the west side, but it shouldn't. Run over there and do this test. There we go. It's actually, yeah, it's definitely the y-axis, but I think I did a little bit too much. I think I could be trying like 5 or 7. We could do that quick test, but it's looking pretty good. And then I just have to do the adjustments for the others. Actually, let's just do 10. Let's try to just keep numbers simple. Quickly run it. Oh, we're over budget by 100 megabytes. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. The hand is perfect. So yeah, guys, it's pretty much 11 o'clock. So that's what I'll be doing with the hand and the broken shovel. They're gonna both need to be perfectly adjusted so they fit the hand, just like this nice leg and sword here. And then we got some melee weapons going on. Yeah, some dummy action. We could build some sort of like melee obstacle course. Like I said, something you could jump onto and then like do slash down objects and stuff. And well, I don't have a slash animation right now. I guess you didn't have stuff for when they're in the air. There's a bunch of added stuff we might do. So I guess right now he can't attack if in air. So like, yeah, like this box. No. Interesting. Yeah, we'll work on stuff like that. Alright. Obviously, we'll test these guys here. Well, they don't have anything right now. I think this wall had something, though. Yeah. Not too sure. But yeah. Thank you guys for coming out and checking out stream, whoever did. Really cool. And like I said, on Sunday we'll continue getting to these weapons, getting to these items. And then once we're done the weapons and stuff, we'll just again keep moving on. Got a lot of that stuff over there. We'll start getting rid of some of these walls and stuff. Get rid of some of this stuff here. Start working our way down. We get some of the ores in place, some of the flowers, the flasks, the chest, signs, crafting benches. We'll slowly work our way into this, getting a lot of this stuff switched. A lot of this stuff is the same. We'll get a bed in there, a cauldron, and a compost bin, large bin for increasing the rate of food decay. Cool. Yep. We already got the dummy. Get the furnace. Get some pickable chests and stuff. Well water. Yeah. And again, instead of like having these bear dishes and stuff, one of these things here, like this guy here, we'll use the golf club. If I do end up having some bear dishes, we'll use them. But yeah, and then we'll move into rocks, mineable rocks and stuff, and then we'll move into the housing and stuff like that as we go down. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and you guys have a good one. Cheers. Ciao for now.